Hello! We present a special issue of CrUAtivity dedicated to the Ukrainian winners of the Kyiv International Advertising Festival 2023. Cases and agencies are recognized by the international jury as the most creative campaigns on socially significant topics. The digest includes cases submitted only by agencies and awarded Best of Contest, Gold, Silver, or Bronze awards. Advertising Campaign Category. Carol for Charity was created by Sachi and Sachi Ukraine for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, NGO Brand Ukraine, and Alina Zelenska Foundation. The famous Carol of the Bells is an old song which came from Ukraine. Carol of the Bells was transformed into Carol for Charity and was turned into a donation platform using Shazam to help Ukrainian children suffering from war. The project received the Grand Prix, as well as 2 Best of Contest awards, 3 gold, 1 silver, and 9 bronze awards.
The famous Carol of the Bells is based on a traditional Ukrainian folk song arranged by Ukrainian composer Mykola Leontovich. The Ministry
We Instead of Me was created by Bickerstaff 734 for Galachina. Inspired by the newly created Ukrainian unity, the Galachina brand decided to turn its products into a symbol of it. Thus, Galachina became Donbass, Crimea, and all other regions of the country. In this way, the brand declared its love not only for Galachina, but also for the other 13 historical regions of Ukraine. The entry received 2 bronze awards and 9 shortlists.
In the world, we instead of me. The media result can be described by a phrase.
The Kind Fuel by I Am Idea agency for WAG, West Oil Group, one of the biggest national gas stations chain in Ukraine. WAG, together with Visa, created and presented a humanitarian fuel, the Kind Fuel. A driver could buy any amount of the Kind Fuel and donate to volunteers so they could use this prepaid petrol for essential trips. For less than 2 months, the Kind Fuel got about 120,000 liters donated to volunteer organizations. The project received silver, 4 bronze awards, and 5 shortlists.
The Kind Fuel, the brand new humanitarian and kind of
Light of Freedom Defeats Darkness is the project created by Postman for the Ministry of Culture and Information Policy of Ukraine for the 300th anniversary of the Ukrainian philosopher Grigory Skovoroda. The goal was to reboot the perception and knowledge of the famous Ukrainian thinker and to create an offline event to celebrate Skovoroda despite the Russian war in Ukraine. Regular shelling of critical infrastructure left Ukrainian cities without electricity. So it was created the first exhibition in the world that was not afraid of blackouts. The project was awarded with 2 silver, 7 bronze awards, and 6 shortlists. Art Armor, Art That Saves Lives was created by Kyiv for Charity Foundation Ukraine for Heroes. Art Armor is a one-of-a-kind project for Ukraine and the entire world, where art can literally save human lives. Turning the used armored plates from bulletproof vests into unique art objects gives the plates a second chance to save a life. The case got a silver award.
Transformed into unique art objects with the help of Ukrainian artists that told stories from the battlefield.
Квіти замість куль, мапа з ворожими сусідніми країнами.
Life-saving app by California for UNFPA Ukraine is about hidden communication. UNFPA Ukraine has created an application for women suffering from domestic violence that looks like a menstrual calendar but has a hidden function that calls the police. It was crucial that every woman knew about the app, and it's equally important that no man found out about it, so as not to catch the eye of offenders. The project was awarded with a bronze award and 7 shortlists.
In this case, the only possible option is hidden communication. Creative non-solutions. Do not disclose.
The Loudest Annual Report was created by Publicis Ukraine for Come Back Alive Foundation. In collaboration with the Ukrainian musician Nitso Podvorno, the annual report of the Come Back Alive Foundation was transformed into audio tracks. They were posted on the most popular platforms for free access. In such a way, the foundation thanked their vast audience, encouraged them to learn more about the foundation's activities, and spread information about their results to more people. The project received a bronze award and 2 shortlists.
Після прочитаного дуже важко стриматись. Вау!
The Family Brick campaign was created by I Am Idea agency for Eldorado.ua, one of the biggest retailers of technics and electronics in Ukraine. In October 2022, the brand replaced laptops, smartphones, and other top-selling gadgets with bricks, family bricks. Such bricks existed as a 75-cent donation item and could be bought at offline and online stores. All money from that campaign was sent to the fund, where it was turned into real bricks to build new homes for families who have lost theirs. The case was awarded with 2 bronze awards.
Eldorado UA initiated the Family
Out-of-Home category. Christmas Not War was created by Angry Agency for the largest manufacturer concrete by Kowalska. 11,000 concrete blocks were provided to protect our cities from enemy tanks. When the Kyiv region was liberated, these barriers were removed from the roads to the sidewalks. We turned them into holiday characters to bring the Christmas mood back to children. Each of them had its own name and story, which helped to overcome childhood traumas received during the war, fears of darkness, explosions, forced displacement. Case got Best of Contest, 1 gold, 2 silver, 5 bronze awards, and 3 shortlists.
Ukraine wins, but that doesn't mean they cannot do something.
Crimea 5 AM was created by the ISD Group to show the world evidence of the brutal Russian invasion and persecution of the peninsula's indigenous inhabitants, the Crimean Tatars, since the occupation of Crimea in 2014. At 5 AM on February 21st, broken doors were installed at the Russian embassy in Kyiv. They symbolized the broken lives of more than 100 civil activists sentenced to 15 to 17 years. But on February 24th, symbolically at 5 AM, Russia started its war against Ukraine. In one day, Crimea 5 AM became Ukraine 5 AM. The initiative got Best of Contest, Silver, and Bronze awards. Ukrainian Sublife was created by Leo Burnett Ukraine for Red Cross Ukraine. The goal is to show the atmosphere of Ukrainian subways in other subways around the world, so that people taking a subway home could feel what it's like when the subway becomes home. It used live footages made in February 2022, depicting the Kyiv subway. Campaign is still on air, gathering donations for people of Ukraine through the Red Cross. The case was awarded with 3 bronze awards and 2 shortlists. Disappearing mosaics from Angry Agency for United Nations Population Fund. In 60 Ukrainian cities, 60 mosaics were created with 4 different plots of what should disappear: sexual, physical, economic, and psychological violence. Installations were interactive and consisted of 74,000 QR magnets to online game about gender-based violence and useful contacts. The project received 2 bronze awards and shortlist. Design category. Protect Your Country, Help Ukraine was created by Leo Burnett Ukraine. The idea is to tell European people directly what the aid for Ukraine is for, whether it is humanitarian or military, and that it is not just about defending Ukraine. It is important to understand clearly that by helping Ukraine, you are likely also protecting your own country. The project received Best of Contest, Gold, 2 bronze awards, and shortlist. Russian Bullet, a typeface for Russian language, was created by Provid. The free-to-use typeface Russian Bullet was created on the basis of bullet holes photos taken in residential buildings, civilian cars, playgrounds on the deoccupied territories in Bucha and Irpin. It allowed the Russian language to be displayed properly across any media. The case was awarded with silver and bronze. Red Book Cheese Can of Cheese redesign is a case created by Grape for Cheese Club, Butter and Cheese Factory from the small Ukrainian town Kyiv. The new Can of Cheese packaging emphasized the inhabitants of the Kyiv Nature Reserve in need of protection. Each package of Can of 1971 shows plants and birds enlisted in the Red Book of Ukraine. The project received a bronze award and 2 shortlists. Anti-Stress book created by Mikin Kyiv is the first in the world relaxing work diary for creatives, our clients, and friends. It was awarded with bronze and shortlist.
And clear your thoughts.
Saroland 2022 was created by Publicis Ukraine for Ukraine.ua. With the beginning of music festival season in Europe and North America, Ukraine.ua turned traditional posters and music festivals announcements into their own media channel to catch and address the young and progressive audience to threats and consequences of the war in Ukraine once again. The project was awarded with 2 bronze and 2 shortlists. The Closed Eyes project by The First the Last aims to collect the complete martyrology of the Russian-Ukrainian war victims of the Russian-Ukrainian war among the civilian population, preserve the memory of the victims, and tell the world about the tragically ended lives. We believe that the memory of each of them should live on. The project was awarded with bronze and shortlist. Made in Russia and recycled in Ukraine was the project of Kyiv Signals Agency. The purpose was to raise money for the Drones for Ukraine Fund to purchase civilian drones for the army. Keychains were made from pieces of a shut-down Russian fighter jet's fuselage. So it was raised $2 million with just a creative idea, a laser cutter, and Twitter. The project got Bronze Award and shortlist.
War Machine keychain by donating at least $1,000.
Digital category. The brief, Prevent World War III by ISD Group was an initiative that let creators in the world join the creative army to confront Russia on the information front. So the most important brief ever, Prevent World War III, was created. Thanks to the brief, most creators around the world learned what is happening in Ukraine and how they can help. The project got Best of Contest, Silver and Bronze awards. Recreate Ukraine by Tabasco is an open competition for architects, illustrators, designers, and artists with the task of imagining what a restored and rebuilt Ukraine would look like after the war. The project gives people confidence that what will happen next, we will stand up, we will rebuild. It was awarded with gold, bronze, and 3 shortlists. Check That You're Human by Leo Burnett Ukraine for Elios Ukraine Fund, those who are able to think rationally to spread the truth about Russia's war crimes in Ukraine. A series of captcha-stylized visuals were created, depicting widely known tests. It helps people compare terrifying on-site visuals of events with how Russia describes them in their news statements. Campaign got viral due to shares in social networks. The case got 2 silver awards. Ukraine War Chronicle by Children's Eyes is the social initiative of CF Digital Agency. The virtual exhibition Ukraine War Chronicle by Children's Eyes has been created with 15-year-old Alex's drawings and his stories about each day. To receive additional reach, a collection of NFTs was created and posted on OpenSea, which has over 24 million monthly visits. The project was launched to remind everyone that the war continues and that children suffer more than anyone. The project received a Bronze Award and 8 shortlists.
Hi, my name is Alex. I'm 15.
The Outhearted's Power is the therapeutic 1-minute conference created by ISD Group to help Ukrainians overcome the mental and resilience challenges they face every day. Its speakers are the most resilient people from Ukraine and the world who have gone through incredible trials and found the strength to live on. The project got a Bronze Award.
Teach you how to live through the largest war of the 21st century.
PR campaign category, Leopards for Ukraine by Bickerstuff 734 for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, NGO brand Ukraine. With the Ukrainian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, #FreeTheLeopards flashmob was launched on their official Instagram page, inviting users to share a photo wearing leopard print clothes and add the hashtag to express support for Ukraine's acquisition of Leopard 2 tanks from Germany. As a result, Leopard 2 tanks were delivered to Ukraine's military forces within just 3 days. The case got 2 gold, 1 silver, 3 bronze awards, and 2 shortlists. Postcards from Ukraine by California for Ukrainian Institute were created to tell that the targeted destruction of Ukrainian culture is a huge loss for the whole world. Each postcard about destroyed or damaged objects of the cultural heritage of Ukraine told the story of a specific cultural monument. Also, it was created a series of videos with world and Ukrainian celebrities, who became the voices of destroyed buildings. The total coverage of the project was 10 million people worldwide. This case received 1 silver, 4 bronze awards, and 3 shortlists.
Despite the fact that it is an inhumane act of cultural genocide that goes against the Hague Convention of 1954.
WikiTruth was created by Publicis Group for Ukrainian Witness NGO. The idea was to post photos about the devastation on the Russian Wikipedia pages of Ukrainian cities. They showed a stark contrast to the beautiful tourist photos that normally appear on the pages of these cities. But then, Russian bots deleted the photos. We called to Wiki community to join and to continue posting photos. The project received 2 silver awards.
О проведении специальной военной операции. Защита людей, которые на протяжении 8 геноцидов.
Film category. Puberty in Personal Space was created by ISD Group for UNFPA Ukraine. It is an animated series about sex, in which, for the first time, the main role has the inner state of all teenagers, puberty. It has no sex and gender, because it is important for boys to understand girls' problems and vice versa. Puberty's main feature is that it constantly changes its shape in the frame. Through the body, it manifests all the reactions to the world. The series got silver, bronze awards, and 6 shortlists. Hugs created by Shots for Kyivstar reminds us how important the connection is in the wartime. But the most important thing is that people finally meet their loved ones and spend time without their phones. The case was awarded with bronze.
Обов'язково настане момент, коли, щоб побачитись, зв'язок буде не потрібен.